Hi, and welcome to the Health for Life podcast for those who want to build strong trucks and strong bodies. This is Kevin Muniz and Trisha Foley, your wellness team, bringing you practical tips and tricks to improve your health.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening in. Today we are feeling green just in time for St. Patrick's Day. And just like the leprechaun likes his pot of gold, today we hope to offer some strategies on hanging on to your hard-earned cash by eating smart on a budget.
Now, remember, we'd love to hear your feedback, comments, and reviews. So post them on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. Hit that like and subscribe button. And let's just jump right in. So I am a numbers guy, so I thought it would be fun to start off with some statistics on eating out. Now, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that the average household spends, on average, $3,008 per year on dining out.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's like enough for a week-long beach vacation. When you think about spending a dollar here and a dollar there, it can really add up.
Yeah, it really can. And simply packing your lunch versus eating out can easily save you $11 per day. And that's just one meal.
Oh man, and just think with a family of 4 or 5, that can really add up.
I mean, absolutely. And a lot of this is just pure convenience. Like a little pre-planning can go a long way when it comes to keeping your money in your pocket with food.
Yeah, it's so true. We've said it again and again. We spend much of our day on autopilot. So if you have that habit of eating out at the cafeteria or stopping at the vending machine, chances are you really aren't paying attention to how much you're really spending or how often you're even going. Simply becoming aware of this is a great first step. So just knowing how much you are spending this week on food and beverage, basically from coming into work to leaving work and also during work. So how often are you grabbing and going instead of planning and packing?
Yeah, and with technology, this couldn't be easier. Like snapping a picture of your receipt or tracking what you spend each day in a vending can really be eye-opening.
Yeah, I go farther and say that the outcome might even be really shocking.
Yeah, for sure. Like once you know your number, I think it's pretty easy to feel motivated to cut back.
Yes, but do this strategically. Anytime you make a change, it's really hard to take a good look at what you're doing now and come up with that realistic plan. For example, if you're eating out 5 times a week, it's probably not super realistic to pack lunch every single day. That just doesn't feel sustainable at first. So instead, maybe commit to a day or two and then build on that.
That's a good idea. Then you can also track how much you're saving, and that'll just be positive reinforcement to keep that going. Now I know what everyone's thinking. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, that's why I eat on the run.
Yeah, the key question here is how much time do you think you really need? I mean, packing normally takes 5 to 10 minutes. So we want to work smarter, not harder. If you ate out for dinner, save some leftovers the next day. Pack a apple, a string cheese, or a yogurt, something that you can just grab and go with. If you don't have any cooked protein, keep canned chicken or tuna handy. It really doesn't have to be complicated. And there are plenty of inexpensive, ready-to-go choices to get you through the week. Simple things like eggs are also a great choice.
Yeah, and for starches, think of things like whole wheat pitas or low carb wraps stuffed with options to make them quick and easy and portable, so you can get in a quick lunch. Now, of course, you can always add in some lettuce, spinach, tomatoes, some hummus or something like that for some flavor and added nutrition. But honestly, it really doesn't take more than 5 minutes to throw this stuff together. And if you're wanting something hot, one of my favorites is taking like a frozen bag of peppers and onions to work with maybe like a can of black beans and some leftover protein like chicken or tuna or steak, and then just throw it in the microwave, and then you have a lunch packed with great flavor.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. And for snacks, I mean, air pop popcorn, it literally takes like 3 minutes in the microwave and you can make it so many different ways. I actually put sriracha on mine and add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, but you can also do things like cinnamon and a little stevia or go for the herbs and spices. Other ideas are just grabbing some unsweetened applesauce or natural peanut butter, or even nuts are great grab and go options.
Yeah, and you don't have to feel like you have to meal prep every day. I mean, like meal prepping is great, but it's not always doable.
Yeah, so true. I talk to so many people and they feel like they need a recipe for everything, but it really doesn't have to be that structured or complicated. You mentioned the frozen peppers and onions, but there are a lot of frozen veggie options out there. So if you're someone who tends to let their produce go bad in the fridge, or you don't have time to do all that chopping and prep work, frozen veggies are the way to go. You'll also save money because you don't add to that food waste in terms of spoilage.
Well, that's a great point. I mean, the options are really endless. I mean, you could do like broccoli, rice cauliflower, get some like frozen green beans, which are usually a safe choice as far as preferences go. But what are some of your suggestions for if someone does want to prep?
Well, I'm a big fan of cooking once and eating twice. So, for example, making dinner, making sure that I'm cooking more protein than I need so I can save it for lunch the next day. It just cuts down on the work. Sometimes I'll say, just batch some like plain chicken, and that way if you want to flavor it one way for dinner and another the next day for lunch, you can do that as well, and you can plan that out. If you're coming off a weekend where you did eat out, ask the waiter for a to-go box at the beginning of the meal and save that for your Monday lunch. It'll save you money, and it'll also keep your portions in check. It's really easy for us to go overboard and eat with our eyes, so putting halfway at the beginning is a great strategy. And if you wait until the end of the meal, of course, I guarantee you're not going to have enough for lunch the next day.
Yeah, that is a very, very smart tip. That out of sight, out of mind stuff really works. I like to cook up a bunch of protein, early in the week. So, like crock pot some chicken or something like that, or grill a bunch of meat. And like you said, kind of leave it unseasoned. That way, when I come to my meal, I can season it up however I want, and I don't have a bunch of like barbecue chicken and then I have to eat barbecue all week long. I can just have cooked protein and I can add whatever I want to it.
Yeah. And I mean, that's a complaint I hear so often is I just get sick of the same old stuff. So keeping it unseasoned, like you mentioned, and, maybe having some easy sauces, like you could do some Italian on the chicken one day, or maybe some salsa on the chicken the next day, or maybe some barbecue. So it just makes it super easy, and you don't have to spend hours trying to really meal plan to get that flavor.
Well, that's good news. And I have some final numbers to share as well. So if you eat out about 4 days a week and you start packing once, you could probably expect to save around $100 a month. I mean, just think about what you could do with all of that extra cash.
Yeah, I think anybody would love to have $100 extra a month.
So we'd love to hear your ideas and strategies as well to see how you're trying to save money while eating out. So post them on here. You can go into our Facebook page and post them there. And I have a little challenge for you. And if you're willing and want to share how many times a week you're eating out or the dollar amount that you spend while eating out, I'll throw you into a gift card raffle. So for more tips and tricks, feel free to schedule a health coaching session at no cost to you today by using the Premise app. Thanks for listening to us. And for more, you can reach out to us at
Trisha.foley@premisehealth.com
or at kevin.muniz@consultant.volvo.com. Thanks, everybody. Bye now.